What is going on, guys? This is EK1 Gaming here, and today's video we're going to be taking a look at why do the devs keep lying to us. We're going to highlight a couple of their lies as well, and then we're going to get your kind of opinions, points of views in the chat so we can kind of have a discussion on another video as well. Now, before we get into the video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, and the little notification bell if you want to help support the channel. We are nearly at 20,000 subscribers, and I really want to hit that point. So if you guys want to help support, that is the way to do so. Let's get straight into the video. So one of the main reasons for this video is, of course, this apparel event. Now, people wasn't getting their keys when they was meant to be getting their keys to get the new apparel items. Now, on State of the Game, the devs sat there and said, we would be giving everyone their keys that they would have earned throughout it. So on the next update, we're going to give you the keys that you would have got. We're going to give them you all, okay? We're going to give all of those keys to you. Then what happened yesterday, and I'm a little bit late bringing this video out because I kind of thought they were just going to fix it yesterday. I didn't think they was just going to ignore it. They basically gave everybody 3 keys. Now, to me, okay, that was a bonus because I hardly did any of that event at all. You know, really hardly anything. Yet I still get 3 keys, the same as somebody else who has tried to grind that event and failed because obviously it wasn't giving them their keys. So how is that fair? You didn't get your keys that you deserved and that you earned in the game. And people that didn't even really play it like me just got 3 anyway. So for me, I was just like, yo, this is 3 free keys I've got right now. So it's a bonus for me. But I feel bad for all those other people and all of you guys that have probably been doing this event or trying to get this apparel to try and, you know, and it does look good, you know. And you've got the same as me. After they said, I'm going to show you the clip on State of the Game right now when they were saying what they were going to do with these keys and what they were exactly, and then I'll show you exactly what they did.
Available on the screen now. There are a couple of issues with it right now. The main one being that sometimes you don't get the keys that you should when you level up your shade level. This is something that we're currently working to fix. That will be fixed tomorrow morning in the maintenance. Just as a repeat for those that just joined. And a retroactive grant of all the keys that you should have earned is planned for next week.
So that pretty much just rounds up what the hell are they thinking? And this is exactly what they did. Instead of doing what Johan said, and this is not Johan's fault, by the way, I'm not saying it is him, it might be just a misunderstanding, but they need to clarify this. But basically, this is the tweet that went out saying to people, you know, here's your keys. So basically, the tweet said, we will be granting 3 extra last resort apparel keys to those affected by last week's issues with missing keys. More information, click here. So what do? We click there. Then it basically says anyone that was eligible, you know, anyone that actually logged into the division between these dates, we're going to give 3 keys to. Now, the question was, they said 3 extra keys. The issue is they've just given everyone 3 keys. They haven't retroactively gave the keys back or gave the keys that people had already earned that they never got, that were missing, just like Johan said.
And a retroactive grant of all the keys that you should have earned is planned for next week.
So anyway, I'm not going to keep going on about this, but I think that is absolutely awful for them to say one thing like that and do something else. Now, this is not something new, is it? This is pretty much something they do on a weekly basis. I'm kind of trying to think of a way that they've said something and haven't lied about it, but it's quite hard to actually figure out something they've followed through when they've said. And this is the reason why people don't trust them. This is the reason why their player base is declining. And this is the reason you don't see a lot of people now streaming it even on Twitch. When you've got numbers such as like 800 people watching the Division 2 on Twitch, you know, that's how you know you've messed up. You've done something completely wrong. Now, the second thing I want to get into is more of like, I want your feedback on this. Now, I found when they did the title update 11, the loot was slightly better. It was still bad, but it was slightly better, and they've done a couple of updates since. Ever since they've done these updates, my loot has got 10 times worse. Now, what I'm putting this down to is, most of the time, when they're bringing out an update to do with any kind of loot changes, or they're saying, the loot's going to be better or drop more frequent. So, on last State of the Game, they mentioned about the summit changes that are coming on, like the 20th, possibly, where they're going to basically let you pick your target loot, and you can also, with directives, get higher drop rates of loot. Now, it just seems that after the update yesterday, my loot's just got terrible. I mean, I'm talking unusable loot on Heroics. I'm not expecting great loot. So I went into Legendary as well. It's the same. It's gone downhill. Now, the fear was when they said this, and I said it on my live stream of the State of the Game, that I don't want them to increase the amount of loot. The quality of loot should be better. So my opinion is, if you're giving us something for directives, make sure that the quality of loot is better. Because if you just up our quantity of loot, you're just giving us more trash loot. Yeah, you've got the odds then. Okay, you could fight the fact that, yeah, you've got more odds if the more loot. However, if the loot's still as it is now, all it's going to do is be, deconstructed loot. It's not going to be worth using the directives. Now, let me know your opinion on that matter. Because I'm really interested to hear what your loot's like, because not everyone will have the same issues, Not everyone's going to be getting bad loot. I've spoke to lots of people that say they're getting great loot, but now more and more people seem to be coming through saying, hold on, since the last update, the loot has been dreadful. It's almost unusable loot from heroic missions, from legendary missions, from the summit. And I want to just touch on the dark zone for a second as well, because ever since back in the day when they changed the dark zone loot quality, they never kind of fixed it. They never kind of got an in-between with it. They just nerfed the hell out of the loot in the dark zone and then just left it. They didn't really gauge whether they nerfed it too much. They didn't really care. And I kind of think that's just because it's in the dark zone. These devs clearly don't care about the dark zone, which has been made obvious, without them pretty much saying we don't give a crap about the dark zone. That they've gone a good way about telling us indirectly that they're not going to do anything with dark zone. Now, that may or may not be because, obviously, Redstorm left. I don't know. It might be the fact that none of them actually go into the Dark Zone to play, so they are having a good experience, or they're listening to players that don't play Dark Zone. I don't know. I'm not going to get into who's saying what. However, on the forums, there are a lot of people complaining about Dark Zone loot, because that is a really effective way to farm for loot, and you should be rewarded, in my opinion, for farming in the Dark Zone, because if you do get good loot in the Dark Zone, you have that risk of losing the loot by somebody going rogue and taking it. So why shouldn't you be rewarded for your risk? Whereas in a mission, if you pick the loot up off the ground, that's it. It's yours. You keep that, right? So if anything, the Dark Zone loot should be slightly better than anywhere. That's my personal opinion. Don't hate me for being a Dark Zone fan, even though I don't really PvP. But farming wise in the Dark Zone, yeah, if I'm getting good loot, I'll take the risk of somebody trying to go rogue and take it off me. Let me know your comments in the comment section below, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe button, and the little notification bell, and I'll see you all in the next video. Let's go!